Thanks everyone for joining this evening. Thank you to our consultants that are joining us this evening, and a special welcome to anyone that's a guest this evening. If you're a guest this evening, I want you to know that the person that invited you tonight to hear this information really, really cares about you a lot. And that's why they wanted you to hear this information. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here and we'll get started. So as Fred indicated, I'm absolutely passionate about health and wellness because of my own personal journey. As he mentioned, my background was in corporate human resources. I was previously a vice president in a Fortune 500 company, and I was doing really well. And I love helping people, and I love being a coach, and that's why I loved the job that I was doing in human resources. And I was that person that was always healthy until I wasn't healthy. And I tell folks that I share my story because I don't want you to have my story. And even if my story is on the extreme end of a person with a lot of illness and a lot of sickness, even if a person that is wanting to just simply be proactive about their health, or maybe they've got a few issues, then if what we have can help a person with my situation, I absolutely have confidence that it can help a person that simply wants to be proactive about their health or has a few issues. So as Fred indicated, I was doing really well in corporate America. I was always healthy. I was the Energizer Bunny. And then one day I woke up in June of 2004 and my immune system had just crashed. I woke up one day with hives, welts, rashes all over my body. I was diagnosed with an itching disorder. And, when the immune system is compromised, that just opens the door to so many other issues. And so I developed a number of other autoimmune challenges at my sickest. As you can see here in the photo in the lower left-hand corner, at my sickest, I was in bed 20 hours a day. I was on 24 prescription medications, and I was not living. I was just simply existing. I was praying for something that could just simply alleviate some of the symptoms that I had. I had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going to different doctors and hospitals and trying different treatments, just trying to get some quality of life back. And so in August of 2011, my husband and I, we were exposed to this information, and it absolutely changed our lives. When I saw that ABC primetime, which we're going to talk about in just a few minutes, when I saw the ABC primetime and I saw that information, I thought to myself, what if this could help me? I thought, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. The science made sense to me. And so if you're listening to this information this evening, and if someone shared this with you and you're thinking, oh, it's another thing, or, oh, I've tried everything. Let me tell you, you haven't tried activation yet. And so I said yes to trying the products, and it just gave me my life back. And subsequently, I was also diagnosed with breast cancer. I had stage 3 breast cancer. It was in my lymph nodes. I went through treatment. I'm 12 years in remission now, and I'm healthier today, post-cancer, post everything that I had than I was when I was in my mid-30s. So again, I'm excited to share this information because now instead of the scene that's on the left-hand side, I am this person that is able to live big and travel and do all kinds of things with my husband. So we're going to talk about the LifeVantage Way, which is really about taking it, feeling it, and sharing it because we have something super special. And so we want you to look and feel your best. And for those that are interested, we are all about having fun, making money, and making a difference. So where did it all start? The start of the LifeVantage story starts with an ABC Primetime investigative report that was aired on ABC Primetime by an Emmy Award-winning investigative reporter, John Quinones. So many of us are familiar with him. So our company made a claim, and that is that our flagship product, Protandim NRF2, lowers oxidative stress. And oxidative stress, for those of you guys that are not familiar, think of it as inflammation. Think of it as cellular damage. So that our flagship product lowers that oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And that was a bold claim. And there's nothing out there on the market that can do what Protandim NRF2 does. So the ABC sent John Quinones to do an investigation of the claim and of the company because they wanted to debunk that claim. And so John Quinones on national TV had his blood drawn. And, again, our claim is that we lower the oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Well, John Quinones in 2 weeks his oxidative stress lowered by 45%. That was huge. So if you have not seen that ABC Primetime Investigative Report, please ask the person that invited you this evening to share the investigative report with you. So I want to draw your attention to why do we want to lower oxidative stress? So the red line is all of us. As we age, our oxidative stress increases. It's happening to all of us. We can't get away with it, right? We can't get away from it. But what Protandim does is when we take it, it lowers that oxidative stress. In the ABC Primetime, the doctor says it takes it all the way back to an infant. And after 30 days, we could no longer tell the difference in the blood of an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. That is huge. So oxidative stress, it impacts every organ function. You want to know, so many of us have never heard that term, right? But you want to educate yourself on oxidative stress. It impacts every organ function that you see here: heart, skin, kidneys, immune systems, etc. In fact, if you go to the National Library of Medicine, that's where doctors and researchers go to get medically validated information. If you go to that website and type in the word oxidative stress, what you're going to find is that there's over 318,000 studies on oxidative stress and how it's linked to disease and dysfunction. And so I want you guys to think, if doctors and researchers go to PubMed to look at things that are peer-reviewed and that are of interest to the medical community, if they're studying oxidative stress, you want to know about it, okay? Because it's important. So why do we have oxidative stress? The environment that we live in today is not the environment of our grandparents or our parents' parents. So many things in our environment have changed. In fact, over 80,000 new chemicals have been introduced to the environment since the Industrial Revolution. We're all subjected to the side effects of herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, bad diets, processed foods, smoking, alcohol, air pollution, poor sleep, high stress, little or no exercise. Everything in our environment exposes us to that oxidative stress. So what does that oxidative stress feel like? What can it feel like? It feels like chronic fatigue. It can feel like no energy, brain fog, lack of concentration, aches and pains. Maybe you're sick a lot of the time. Maybe you have a lot of headaches. And there's so many other issues that you might have. And what does it look like? So oxidative stress, it takes a healthy cell, which you see here on the left-hand side, and it takes that cell from being healthy to being unhealthy. The cell mutates to an unhealthy cell, and that's why we have disease and dysfunction. So Protandim NRF2, what is it? It's made up of 5 plant ingredients. We literally, it's all natural. We call it God's pharmacy. It's turmeric, which is an anti-inflammatory, green tea, which is for your metabolism, ashwagandha, it's a brain calmer, bacopa, it helps to increase your body's production of those really important antioxidant enzymes. Milk thistle is a liver detoxifier. Protandim NRF2 actually has 7 US patents, because the way that Protandim works, it's not about the individual ingredients, because we've been taking those for centuries, right? But it's about the specific recipe. It's about the specific combination of these 5 plant ingredients that work in tandem that make them 1,800 times more effective than if you were to take them individually. And so that's a big deal. So remember when I said that the ABC Primetime aired? So there were individuals like you and I watching that evening that learned about oxidative stress, right? But there were also doctors and researchers that were watching that evening. And they had been looking for a way to lower oxidative stress. And so because of their interest in what they saw, they reached out to the company because they wanted to get their hands on Protandim so that they could study Protandim and the health issues or diseases that they had an interest in. And so today we have actually 28 published peer-reviewed studies on PubMed.gov. And you can see here on the lower part of this chart, the different health institutions that have spent their money studying an all-natural plant-based product: Ohio State, Harvard University, Colorado State, Washington State University, American Heart Association, Louisiana State. They were interested in what could lowering oxidative stress do for skin cancer. And in fact, they've actually published 3 peer-reviewed studies. So I tell folks, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a researcher, but I trust the research that's been done by these prestigious institutions. But we didn't stop there. So our company is the activation company. We're not just supplementing, because there's a place for supplements, right? But the company LifeVantage focuses on activating these pathways, these systems in the body, so that we can flip the switch back on so that our bodies are doing what they're intended to do. So I will tell you that I didn't know much about collagen at all. When I was introduced to collagen, I was taking a powdered collagen because I was told it was good for me, but it made me, it gave me a lot of stomach issues and it made me bloated. So I actually stopped taking it. So when the company reached out to me and they asked me to be part of the 30-day clinical trial, I was skeptical because I wasn't, for me, because of my own personal health journey, I wasn't interested in something that I thought about was all about hair, nails, and skin, right? I was like, okay, fine. But as I learned more, and as I started to really understand that collagen is so critically important to our, to everything inside of us, just like we should be concerned about oxidative stress, then I learned a lot more. So some people think that collagen is just a fad right now, but truly, in the article by The Guardian, we learned that of the 20,000 or so different proteins in the human body, that one dominates more than any other. Without it, our cells would simply collapse into a blob of shapeless tissue, and that is not good. So we developed a liquid collagen, and truly what I've learned is that the benefits of collagen truly go beyond skin deep. It's all about eye health, liver, sleep quality, mental health, gut health, our joints. Just like that one chart where you saw every organ function. Well, all of our organs are impacted by collagen and the decrease in collagen production. So we came out with a liquid collagen. It's actually an award-winning liquid collagen because of the way it works in the body. So what makes True Science liquid collagen superior and unique? I want you guys to think of the acronym ARM: activate, replenish, maintain. Our collagen does something that other collagens, two extra things that other collagens on the market do not do. So we activate our body's own production of collagen. There's nothing on the market that's doing that. We're replenishing collagen like others on the market, but we're also maintaining collagen production. And that means the collagen that we're making, we're actually turning down a gene that's responsible for collagen degradation. So again, ours is doing more than what's on the market. So we activate our collagen production via the ruby red quinoa, and it's activating important genes in our body. We've got some super antioxidant enzymes in our body: glutathione, SOD, and catalase. I'm not going to go into the details of those, but go to Google Scholar, type in SOD, type in catalase, type in glutathione, and you're going to read and find out about why those antioxidant enzymes are so critical to your health. And then right here, you see that we're decreasing that gene that's responsible for collagen degradation. I want you to take a look at this chart here, this graph, because when we did the study, what we were able to find in week 0 is that collagen density was 30.5. And when we introduced collagen, you can see here all the yellow. We increased collagen density from 30.5 all the way to 68.5. That's huge. So we're replenishing collagen with hydrolyzed marine peptides. And this is something else that's important for you to know. Most collagens on the market have 1, 2, or maybe 3 collagen peptides. Our collagen has 10 different peptides. So we're going after several different ways to really support the body rather than just going after 1 or 2 of the peptides. And we're also using hydrolyzed marine peptides, which makes it much more bioavailable. We're maintaining our collagen production because, again, we're able to slow down the breakdown of the existing collagen. So what's in it is just as important, and what's not in it, right? So what's not in it? No added sugar, no artificial sweeteners. It's non-GMO, it's dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free, and that's super important. A lot of times I have conversations with individuals, they're taking a powdered collagen. They're asking, why not the collagen? Why not the powdered collagen? Why liquid? Well, why liquid? Is because the collagen that's powder, it's really hard to absorb, and you only get maybe 10 to 30% absorption. By it being liquid, you get a much higher level of absorption, 90% level of absorption. You want to have the collagen peptides be chopped up so that they can penetrate the cell. So what were the results of the 8-week clinical trial? Collagen density was increased by 100%. Depths of crow's feet reduced by 22%. Skin roughness decreased by 10%. Blood catalase, again, super important antioxidant enzyme superhero, increased by 22%. And then skin elasticity was increased by 8%. So I've shared a lot of science with you, right? But what I say is that documentation beats conversation. So let's take a look at what some folks are experiencing that we can see on the outside. But as you're looking at these pictures, I want you to think about, if this is what you're seeing on the outside, what's happening on the inside? And by the way, we know all the people here. I recently had a conversation with a nutritionist, and she was saying, well, gosh, you know, some of these, I've shared these photos and some folks have thought they're Photoshopped. Guess what? We know these folks, we know that they have integrity, and we know that these photos are not Photoshopped. So here's Jane here. You can see, just take a look at the crow's feet, the smile. You can see the décolleté, the impact on décolleté. Carrie Dickey here, look at the brightness, the whites of her eyes. That shows you that that's a much healthier person. This person here, honestly, when you look at those two photos side by side, it really looks like a mother and a daughter. This is Betty. She's become really famous in Life Fitness. She actually lives here in San Diego. And you could just see, again, her transformation. And I always tell folks, you can see the transformation from day 1, day 120, 5 months, and then longer term, May 2023. Stay on the liquid collagen because the results are cumulative. You see here, this is for men, it's for women, it's for everybody. You see here Seth's crow's feet, Becky, you can just see her skin tone, the brightening here. Women with their necks. I know that I lost 55 pounds over the last year. I was really, really worried about my own turkey neck, which I had significantly. And I'm so happy that it was so lifted so significantly even for myself. You see here, brightening. You see here with Mark, again, the crow's feet, eye lifting, complexion, again, brightening. Look at again, she's so much brighter, the whites of her eyes. This is Dr. Melody's mom. And just take a look at her 30-day transformation. This is huge. Men love it. Sean Poe, one of our friends. And again, you just see right here, and you see again the transformation with both of these men. This lady here, you see her face, again, the hydration that's occurred. Dr. Nancy, she's become quite famous because of her legs and what it does for creping. Here's some more legs. This is Maria, one of my mentors. Here's me right here. And again, I was not expecting these results. I love the results on the outside, but what I really love for myself are the results on the inside as well. And then here's Tina. You can just see the whites of her eyes, how much they've changed. Bellies, scars, hairline here, again, skin brightening, hair coming back. So again, if you can see what these results are doing on the outside, imagine what's happening on the inside. So together is better. The combination of Protandim NRF2 with the liquid collagen is so much better than taking them individually. And the combination of these two products right here is patent pending. And a clinical study this just came out that's just huge from a health perspective. Again, that collagen density increase of 100% is huge. And that reduction of oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days is huge. So again, we're going after systems, not symptoms. And then another product that the company recently introduced is True Science True Renew Daily Firming Complex. It is really a retinol alternative. So you're going to have, it combines different serums, and you're combating 11 visible signs of aging. And because it's not a retinol, you're not going to get the redness or the sensitivity or irritation that you would with a traditional retinol product. I know that for myself, what I've heard consistently, what I experienced was literally after my first day of putting it on, I could literally tell the dewiness and the texture of my skin. And I've heard that consistently from other individuals that have used this product. So at this point, you may be asking yourself, how do I start my own transformation? Well, we have a number of LifeVantage products, right? We have a whole product line. We have daily essentials that the Linus Pauling Institute helped us to put these together. They really work off the circadian rhythm. We have our family of Protandim products that really target the 3 key theories of aging. We have an omega that's awesome, a probiotic that you get much more absorbability. Our True Science skincare. Remember when I said that True Science, that LSU had done 3 studies on using Protandim against skin cancer, right? Well, they came back to the company and they said, can you take the science of what Protandim NRF2 is doing in the body and create a topical application? So this skincare regimen here is NRF2 for the skin, and it is it's the very first NRF2 patented skincare on the market. Of course, we have our collagen, we have a prebiotic, fat burn, we have hair care, we have liquid brain food. This is all about, for those of you guys that might have that afternoon crash, or you're thinking that you're fatigued, but it's really, you have brain fatigue. So this helps with mental focus, mental clarity, and mental concentration. I drink it all day because, again, I've got brain fog from chemotherapy, you guys, and this is helping me. And then you've got daily wellness for your immune health. And then, of course, we have Protandim, which is Protandim for our fur babies. So let's talk about exploring other possibilities. Maybe you're looking for more. Maybe you're that person that is wanting to supplement their income, or maybe you're that person that wants to, maybe there's a lot of folks that are struggling right now in this current economy. I did not know anything about social sharing before I joined LifeVantage. I knew nothing about network marketing. I was that person that went to college. I was taught to have a job, work really hard, and then eventually retire, right? But that's not what happened to me, right? Because life happens. And I got sick and I had to leave my corporate job because I could no longer do it because I was super sick, right? What I love about network marketing, what I love about this business model is that for a low cost of entry, you can join a company, you can work it at your own pace, at your own time, and the company does everything for you. So you don't have to carry inventory. There's no overhead. You're not hiring employees. You can work from anywhere. If you have challenges, you have questions, we call our customer service center, right? There are huge, huge tax benefits to being a home-based business owner. You want to read up on those because they're huge. And we're a debt-free company that's on the NASDAQ. We actually closed we rang the closing bell recently. We've done it actually twice now. So I love the fact that I can work this business. And the other thing is this, guys, and this is really important. When I was in corporate America, I remember when the economy crashed, I flew around the world laying off 60 to 70% of my population. It was devastating. And these individuals did not have a plan B. And the company will always do what it needs to do from a business perspective. And it's not about saving you, right? So what I say is, whatever job you have, do it because you love it or because it pays the bills. But build something on the side that you control the pace of it and that no one can take it away from you. You've got control. It's changed my life and it's changed my husband's life. So for those of you guys that are thinking, maybe this is for me, let's talk about how you can join us. The first step is to pick a pack. There are a number of packs. A couple examples here are the Healthy Glow Enrollment Pack, where you get Protandim NRF2 and collagen. You get some extra collagen for you to share. And then you also have the business pack for those of you guys that want to experience all the products. This is the one that I signed up on because I wanted to be able to experience the products and share them and be able to share my experiences as folks had questions. And now through February, you also get to have the True Renew whenever someone joins us as a consultant. The next step is to choose what you want to have on your monthly subscription. Again, what I recommend is the Healthy Glow Essentials stack, because you get that collagen plus you get an extra 10 to share it with other individuals. And again, for those individuals that join us as a consultant, you're going to get the True Renew through end of February. So how far can you take this, right? It's all about what you want out of it, and it's all about the effort that you put into it, okay? And so here's a copy of our income disclosure statement. This is just a screenshot of it, right? But we have different levels or ranks. I like to think of them as pay grades. For those of you guys that are in corporate America, we all have pay grades. So your pay grade is about how much product do you have moving through your virtual store. Here, right here, is the average monthly commissions that are paid. And so, you know, our Pro 1s or Consultant 3s are being paid $54 a month on average. Senior Consultant 1 is on average being paid $247. And so I say, go down this line. These are the average monthly incomes, right? And what's the number that would make a difference in your life? For some people, it's simply that they want to make enough money to pay for their products. For other individuals, they want to make enough money to pay the rent or to maybe help with their mortgage payment or help with the car payment. For others, it can actually replace an income. You've got Managing Consultant 2. The average income there is $3,200. That's huge. And then our elites are here, making even more money. But I say this, if you've never made this type of money in the past, it might seem overwhelming, right? So start with a dream. Again, maybe it's that $247 a month. Maybe it's that $659 a month. Start there and see where you can go. So at this point, I just want to say thank you for joining this evening. Join our movement today. Take it, feel it, share it, have fun, make money, make a difference. And let me just stop my share here. And I just want to say thank you again to everyone that joined us this evening. If you're a guest this evening, please get back with the person that invited you this evening. Let them know how you're ready to get started, or if you have any questions. And I hope that I'm the first one to welcome you to the LifeVantage family. Thank you guys. Have a good night.